Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
But I had to officially keep messing up and keep hitting rock bottom to understand, like for me to even be present and understand that the goodness of life is just really the journey, because I was such a junkie for like, there had to be something bigger. There had to be like extremes.
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go.
Good morning, Evan.
Good morning, Lori.
Oh, it's a good day.
It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California.
Look at that. There is sunshine coming in. It's like reflecting off of her blue eyes. It's just dreamy.
It's magic.
Hey, guess what? We're out of Mercury is no longer in retrograde.
I think I feel it this morning. I feel better.
Yeah, for real. I don't even like follow that really unless here's when I follow it, when I'm like desperately looking for something to blame outside of myself.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, let's check this out.
Yeah, planets.
The culprit is the planets, not me being an asshole.
Nope, never is. I do that too. When someone's like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde, that's why. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, totally. It wasn't because I'm just like failing miserably at life. I'm just kidding. Okay. What's new with you?
Oh, man. So much is new. You know, Where do I even start?
I was like, wow, these 7 days have been really productive.
I went to my first soccer game. Have you ever been to an LA soccer game
Why?
before?
Did you adopt a child or something?
Yeah, I'm the soccer mom now.
The kid doesn't know it, but I go and I picked lucky number 13 and I cheer for him every week.
I bring him orange slices and he's really weirded out.
Oh, Joshua, stop yelling at me, lady. Orange slices. Oh my God, that just brought me back to elementary school. I put orange slices in your lunch.
You better eat them.
Yeah, they better be the candy ones. Okay, so you went to your first soccer game. I have never been.
A professional one. Have you ever been to one?
Well, I dated a guy who played soccer. So,
then you know all about it.
Well, not really. No.
Well, the energy at soccer games, it's so fun.
You know, when we were in Spain, we literally we stopped at this soccer field.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know who was playing or what was playing, but it was older. Right. It looked like maybe college guys or guys in their, I don't know, mid-20s or something. Mm-hmm. But they were so good. It was actually quite entertaining because it does move so fast.
Move so fast in the crowd, the cheering that was going on. They did these cool cheers and dances.
Like
and
what?
They would just, I know I can't remember what the cheers were, obviously, but they would all move.
Balls. Everyone's got balls.
balls. Just, it was that the
spinning
whole time.
Balls, kicking balls.
That's exactly what it was.
We should be soccer cheerleaders.
We really should.
Oh my God, we could make outfits that just look like soccer balls. No, you and I will just wear the round circle soccer ball with our legs sticking out.
I think it would be great.
I don't think we'd get turned away because we'd be like, look, you guys don't have cheerleaders. We're clearly ready to go.
Yeah, let us in.
For free.
I feel like they would be very accepting.
Do you think so?
I think the soccer community is an accepting crowd.
I think if we could get the soccer ball suit through the, what do you call it, the metal detector, we'd be fine.
As long as we get through there, it's smooth sailing.
So you did this like no alcohol, it was fine.
Yeah, I did. I actually had a coffee at the game.
Oh my gosh. So that's really telling. Okay. That's
and in
good
California,
to know.
they have that like fancy coffee at soccer games, which is ridiculous.
I love California.
Me too.
You want to know why? For that reason.
Exactly.
Because when I go somewhere, I'm like, you know what? I know that I'm at this flea market, but I need a kale salad right now.
And there is one.
Yeah. They're like,
it's really good.
Yeah. What other superfoods would you like in here? I'm like, I want all of them. Do I look like I don't want to feel super today? All of them.
All of them.
Make them in a shake as well. Thank you. Fine. Great. Do you have your quote?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's by Ann Landers. Remember Ann Landers?
Oh, yeah. She had a great column, correct?
She did.
Hey, I like the ruffles on your shirt today. I didn't even
thanks.
notice. That's so cute.
A little ruffle.
She's got a cute striped
Old Navy
shirt on with a little ruffle at the top.
Yeah, it's like a little princess ruffle.
Now I want you to eat ruffles today as well and just sit there and be like, what do you think is similar about me and these chips?
The ruffles.
You get a chip.
I do like those ridge ruffles are good.
You think?
I haven't had them in forever.
Well, today's your day.
Today I'm going to find
I don't think you'll find them today in California, though. You'll find a kale chip, though.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Ruffle chip.
Yeah.
So, Ann Landers, she said, and I really liked this, opportunities are usually disguised as hard work, so most people don't recognize them.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
I would say every time.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy about how you're like, you have this idea or this thing that you want to do, and all of it takes planning. Even stuff that you want to do on the weekends takes planning.
If you want to do cool stuff.
We went to an escape room last weekend again. I'm like an escape room nerd.
The escape rooms.
It's ridiculous. It's because you feel like a private investigator and like you're a part of so this was Grandma's master plan and she was a bank robber.
Grandma was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the
And we had to figure it out. And it was so funny, all the different things that would pop out of like her sewing room or her
it was a sewing room?
It was like her little room with a kitchen and it was crazy. There's 4 different rooms that you have to solve mysteries in.
That's so cool.
Not an ad, but go. Okay, my quote is by Albert Camus. Are you ready for this one? Because this one just knocked my socks off.
I'm ready.
All right. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, no matter how gloomy it gets, there's always going to be a summer. It's just really relying
Yeah.
on it. And especially this made so much sense to me because I am from a place where it was for real 8 solid months of like a good winter.
I don't know how you did that.
You lose faith and you're like, wait, no, the world has to keep turning. And you know summer is coming, but the depths
Yeah.
of winter are just like, you can get
So
really
real.
desperate. Yeah. So I
Summer's
would love to
coming.
know, summer is coming. It's unless you are a Game of Thrones fan right now,
Then
winter is coming.
Yeah.
So I tried to watch it again, and I watched part of it, and then I diddled
you
on
turned
my
it-
phone.
I have never watched it either, but Adam says we need to. Everyone says we need to.
I've watched plenty of them, and I could see how if my attention span was much better that I
Yeah.
would like them. I'm really into her hair though, so I
She does have
really
good
enjoy
hair.
all of the braids. Like, so I kind of just like looking at the hair do different things on the television.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, now the hair is slaying a dragon. No, she wouldn't slay a dragon. Those are her children.
She would never do
They
that.
did ride a dragon in this last one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it reminded me of. Have you ever
Your
seen
childhood?
Yes. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not even going to go down that path. All right. Do we have a review of the week?
Yeah, and it's really good. The review of the week comes from Sarah Papa's 1991.
Sarah Papa's 1991. She must have graduated then. I'm just kidding. It's probably her birthday.
We were like 12. It's fine. She said, anytime I need a therapy sesh, I just tune into this podcast here. I was lost until I discovered Lori, and I recommend this podcast to anybody who wants to better themselves and their lives. I always end the episodes feeling amazing and have learned so much. Do yourself a favor and start listening now. 3 exclamation points.
Love you.
Sarah Papa's 1991.
I had no idea that Evans and I could be your ways. Your direct, like I just pictured her out in the desert
Yeah.
wandering and like finding this on iTunes and being like,
Now
turn
I'm-
right.
Now
if
I know
you
where to
feel
go.
this way, turn left, walk straight for 2,700 miles.
Then you'll be at the beach.
And then everything is good
Everything's
again.
fine.
Have you been to the beach lately?
You know, I have not been in a swimsuit to the beach, but I've like ridden my bike near it. Have
Well,
you?
I think that you should get a bikini, Evans.
I think I should too.
Because I know that I've traveled with you and
And I was like, I'm not taking my cover up off.
I've got a bathrobe on. Just kidding.
I have a onesie.
I was like, I just want to get some like cute vintagey. Yes, I am the weirdo who's like, let me get some cute pictures of you like in your swimsuit on the beach.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, it sounds like I'm a crazy pervert.
But you're not.
But I was like, I love taking photos and let me get some of you. And you were like, F off, Lori. I don't want pictures of this carnival cruise in the background. I was
I
like,
was thinking about how we went on a cruise. That was so
I was too this last
crazy.
week.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you weren't around for it, we went on she how do you say that? Not partnered with me. She came with me. I'm just going to use the regular word. She came with me on the Oprah cruise where I spoke and
Yeah.
accompanied. I was looking for the big
I was
girl
your
word.
escort. Whoa.
You're my as well. I didn't pay for it. Well, kind of. She was working for me at the time.
Yeah.
So kind of. And the cruise was a little rocky. And we got a
Yes.
little sick. And it
Yes.
was 7 long days on a boat with a lot of awesome people.
A lot of awesome people.
Yeah. But 7 days for us is a really long time
Yep.
to be on a cruise ship. And I think it's a long time for anyone to be on a cruise
I
ship.
would agree. Remember those people we met that they were like, this is our 5th cruise in a row. They'd been cruising for months.
I wanted to take their temperature.
Me too. They were just so joyful.
I was like, they have got the sea flu. They are delirious.
They love them some cruises.
They loved them. They were also drinking yard-long drinks. And I'm like, so
That's
this
why.
doesn't get old, huh?
Yeah.
So just wake up to those rum runners.
Rum runners.
I like it. Like, oh, the Miami Vice.
Oh yeah.
The drink was called Miami Vice.
with
and
the
you
red
guys,
stuff in it.
I was like, you are officially Don Johnson after you've had 2 of those. Like,
For sure.
I'm going to get the coral sport coat.
Yep.
It's on. So do you have a question
I do.
from our amazing listeners?
Yes, there's so many great ones. At Jay Bradshaw asks, how do you discover your passion? I have no idea where to start.
Oh, this is such a good question. So when we put these questions up, I get to see a lot of the other questions or I get to see all of the questions, but they come in like a floodgates. And
Right.
that is a question we get asked all of the time. Did you know that, Evans?
No.
Like, how do I
you
find my passion? This kind of reminds me of another question that we recently had, because I think that we're getting so overwhelmed by it because we still have the old school mentality that there's one thing calling us.
Yes. Oh, good point.
How many things have you had in your life that you've like been drawn to that you just kind of leap at because you're like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, this could be good. And that's there. I think there are things that highlight what you're passionate about in your life, and you have to follow those. But to be honest with you, I think you follow your small interests or your large interests, and those are the stepping stones to something that you're even more passionate about. But it's never one thing. Like if I told you that I was, I discovered podcasting and that's what I was so passionate about. It's like I found podcasting and I loved it, and it helped serve and complete so many of the things that I wanted to do, like connect with people and have conversations. And it's like, even within the podcast, I was like, I feel like I'm missing a podcast where I can connect and just laugh and be a moron with someone. And then I found you.
and here
I
we
was
are.
like, ding, ding, ding. Another passion fulfilled.
Yeah.
So for real though,
Boom.
keep following in that direction. So tell me about like when you have something in your life that you're interested in, or were you ever overwhelmed by thinking that you had one passion that you were supposed to find and follow and like live into this like sacred contract?
Yeah. I mean, no one says when they're young, they're like, you know what? I'm going to grow up and be in HR. That's my passion. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they do. But it's like, I feel like there's this, everyone's like, you have to have one thing that you're passionate about and you do for the world. I just don't believe that. I think that you can serve the world in lots of different little ways, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your big career.
You just said something so amazing.
What?
I think that you really understand what your passion is and what your life is about when you can start bringing your passion, your actual day-to-day passion about what you're passionate about into your daily life right now. And I think that's going to because the more that I follow my soul and like have all like my dreams come true or goals happen, the more I'm like, you got to be shitting me. It's just about every day.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I'm like, wait, so it's still not about that big picture that I thought?
Yeah.
Wait, so it's not about that dress that I wanted or that purse that I can just wait. So even though I'm all of the things have now happened that I once dreamt of. And I'm sure a lot of people, if you really look at life, there was a time right now, Evans, when you looked at your life and you wanted, like you couldn't wait to have all of the things that you have right now.
Oh, for sure.
And we just forget about it.
You forget about it.
You got a hot boyfriend.
He's amazing.
Fiance. You got a hot fiance. You got...
I got a dog.
You got a dog? A dag?
I got a dag.
I got a dag. Wait, that sounds bad.
It's true though.
And delightful. You have a dog.
Yes.
You've got a beachside home, basically.
I live on a tent on the beach that I love.
Hey, lots of
I'll be
people do
down.
here.
Yeah.
You could.
You could.
You have delightful health.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing friends. I was talking about how many
crazy.
friends you have. Like you are like a girl's girl. Like you have a lot of great friends. And I know that they may not all be here, but I was like, that's so
meet them.
cool. I would love to meet them actually.
I need to get them out of here. I mean,
They
I really
should.
don't have that many. I just have a couple real close
Do you have
ones.
more than two?
I do have more than two.
See, that's a lot. That's together, you make a few.
Yeah.
And when you say a few, that could mean anywhere from 3 to
3,000.
infinity. So
I have
there you go,
3,000
Buzz Lightyear.
You want another QQ?
I do. And I hope that we answered that passion question, because you got to just go in the direction of whatever first interests you. Because there's no such thing as your big passion. This used to like literally destroy me because I never knew what I was supposed to be. So I think I talked about this before, but I was like, if I don't know what I'm supposed to be, I'm going to do something that makes other people happy. And I'm pretty sure teachers get all the acclaim along with dental hygienists. So I for some reason in my mind, was interested for a long time in being a dental hygienist
love
because I
my
thought
dental
that
hygienist.
$40,000 was like this huge amount of money. And I heard it on
Yeah.
a commercial once that's what they made. And to me, that was the promised land. I was like, I'm going to make 40 grand. Everyone's going to love me.
Yep.
I'm going to work in it. I'm going to have to wear that little nurse
Cute
costume.
scrubs.
People will like be confused if I'm a nurse or this. So it'll be even better. This was my thought process. So
I love that.
in the teacher thing, it was great until I realized I'm not really like loving being around kids all the time.
Yeah,
so that
that's
was
hard.
that was a big one.
I love dental hygienists. P.S.
P.S. I do love
you change your
children, just
mind.
not all the time teaching small
Yeah.
children every day. By the way,
Shout out to those who have that patience. And
yeah, shout out to the teachers everywhere.
seriously,
There is a reason that I think it was Aerosmith wrote "Teacher, Teacher,"
teacher.
or got it hot for teacher, got the hots for
Oh
teacher.
yeah, I remember that song. I was like, wow, I didn't know he wrote a song about teachers. How nice.
I don't think it's Aerosmith, but you know what I'm talking about, you 80s babies.
80s babies. Hey, you want a good question?
I would love a good one.
Okay. This is from @Karina Quezada.
Ooh, what a cool name.
What-
Karina
isn't that
Quezada.
pretty?
She absolutely needs to be an
Karina.
actress or a magician.
She definitely is
Karina
both.
Quezada.
Karina Quezada. Abracadabra.
Alakabam.
She's like, don't answer my question now.
You're like, oh my God, turning
She
you
just
off.
stopped listening. She says, Lori, help. My anxiety attacks are causing fainting spells, and I'm
Oy.
terrified. How do you overcome?
Well, I am not a medical doctor, although I play one on this podcast.
Yes, you do.
And I know that this is not a laughing matter, but for real, I've been there. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually can completely understand. There's a few things that I did that I will share because they were, you know what's funny? I've gotten this question
What?
twice and they were telling me like it's causing like fainting.
Whoa.
And this is really weird. And I hope that it's not because I read these questions, but it's been happening in Soul Cycle again. Now I'm going to Soul Cycle right after this.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, during the arm series where you're sitting, you're not even really doing anything. I
Right.
get like a panic attack again because I'm afraid of like fainting in the class in the front row, still clipped into the bike. So it's
Wow.
funny though, it's all in my mind.
Yeah.
Now, it's not in your mind because it does physically play into your body. So when I say that, I don't want to tell somebody with anxiety like, oh, it's all in your head, but it does start in your head and our head informs
Yes.
our body. So what happens for me is I can see myself following the resistance of like, oh my God, what if this happens? This can't happen here. Oh my God, it's happening.
Right.
It's happening. What do I do? Oh my God, it's happening. And then you stop breathing.
Yeah.
Your body clenches up and your brain goes to worst case scenario. So what I remember is I'm like, let the wave come. Like it's fine. Breathe through it. As long as you're taking deep belly breaths, like you're going to get the
call.
dizzy spell, but like ground yourself and know that it's a wave that will wash over you. You have to just keep on having faith. Like this will wash over you.
Yes.
Because it does. It's like a heightened emotion. It spikes. And then eventually on the other side, it kind of calms down. Now it can come back again
yeah.
like right away, like within the next couple minutes. But it's that deep, Rosie Acosta was on here telling you like the deep parasympathetic like breathing where you hit the lower part of your belly and expand your stomach and your lungs. So it's like really taking deep breaths through your stomach, putting your hand on your stomach and being like, I'm safe. This is okay.
here.
It doesn't matter. Like no matter what happens, you're totally fine and safe. It's all good. Like breathe. It's
Yes.
going to wash over you. This is just a feeling. Like don't resist it. The more you resist it, like it's like standing in front of a tidal wave and trying to like
Whew.
make the tidal wave go away. Like you have to just be like, here it comes.
Yep. Here it comes. I'm here
Diving
for
in.
it.
Here we go. Like it's just going to wash over. I'm going to pop out the other side. So that's what I do. I kind of
Good
keep
tools.
telling myself to like, you're safe. Like you can touch your fingertips together so you can go thumb to pointer to middle to ring to pinky. And you can say, this is a Gabby Bernstein thing. Peace begins with me. And it just like, it's
I like
something
that.
to get your brain off of what you're thinking. It's really
Yeah.
your thoughts being in the moment of I'm having a panic attack right now.
Yes.
And also know you're not alone. Like
Heck
so
no.
many people have this to the point of dizzy or fainting spells. And we can literally tell ourselves, no, there's something wrong with me. And there's not.
No.
It's just that we have literally focused so much on it. Have you had that before?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Anxiety?
Yeah.
For sure.
To the point of
Every
dizzy or
day,
faint, like where you
day.
feel like you're blacking out.
I don't think I've ever had a true anxiety attack
Yeah.
like that. But I know people who have, and I hear it's terrifying.
Yes, it is.
One tool that actually a counselor that I went to told me was to, when you're feeling anxious, think of all your senses. So like, what am I smelling right now? What do I see right now? What do I hear right now? What do I feel? Then just like, that's a little trick to get you focused on the present moment. Because
you are so in, it's making your fears 100% real. That's what an anxiety attack truly feels like, is you have just created the world of your worst nightmare and you are living in it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And no one else knows around you, and you feel like ashamed and scared, and like, what if they find out and you pass out and you're embarrassed and you're on the floor? Okay,
Do
so
not be ashamed.
Something I do is I say, okay, big deal. What if that did happen? Like, then I wake up and I'm like, all right.
I just
So
fainted.
here's what I have. And I know that you all have it too. And it's your worst fear. So you can just get over it because it just happened. I think of that all the time on stage when I'm speaking. And if it happened, I would tell them and they'd all be like, wait, so I could still speak even though I have this debilitating anxiety? Yes.
Yes, you can.
And the more you face it and the more you get comfortable with it and the more that you state it out loud. So I'm so proud of her for telling us and having like, I feel like this could be the beginning of really getting over it, or like learning. I don't know if you get over it because mine still comes back, but learning how to cope with it.
Yes, learning
And
some
it gets
tools.
so much better. Like I can still function. I can still go do that big speech. I can still go do anything with it, knowing like, this little a-hole might pop up and I know what to do.
You know what to do. You're going to be fine. You'll come out the other side.
I'm going to tell people, I'm going to point the white elephant out in the room and pink elephant.
Yeah, it's pink and sparkly.
Yeah, totally. It's beautiful. It's like, you have one too. Let it out. Let them all play together.
That's a nice way to think of anxiety. And
really
paint it as a really nice elephant with glitter.
And it just wants to play with your other elephants.
Yeah.
Let the elephants play.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah.
You're
Twist
going to
those
be fine,
trunks.
Karina.
It's going to be great.
That's
wow, all of our
cat.
animals sound the same. All of our animals sound like cats.
They are cats.
Do you think we should get a cat for this? But it has to be hairless. I'm highly allergic.
Yes.
People don't like those. I think they're the cutest thing in the entire world.
And you can put little sweaters on.
Oh
them
my
and
God.
stuff.
We could put a little sweater cat. We would have a sweater cat sitting on this table. I'd take care of it, and other times it wouldn't just be up here. Like,
No.
I hope that sweater cat's still alive till next week.
Still hanging on. No, you would take really good care of your sweater cat.
I really would. I think Waffles would. Nope, she wouldn't.
I
Can't
don't
get
know.
one. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about no sweater cat.
Is that a sweater snack? Mom? It'd have to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have another question?
Oh, there's so many. I think I will ask this one.
I like words.
Oh, this is a cool one. At Cody Tally _
Oh, what is up with these names? Why
Such
was I
good
born in
names.
1980?
This is a Cody. I love Cody Tally. What a cool name.
Cody Tally.
Cody Tally. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice in your 20s, what would it be?
Oh, it would be that there is no trophy for beer bonging.
That is solid advice. I would need that advice too.
I thought
For
there
sure.
was. I literally was like, all of these guys are going to give me a trophy because look at this. This is, yeah, you don't need to beer bong a 40,
No.
nor do you need to learn how.
No, you don't, but we've done it.
We have. I do remember this one time we had an apartment that was like kind of like a spirally staircase, which was very cool back in the day. Like if you had like a spirally type, it was just like this 3-set staircase, you know?
Yeah.
And we had a friend who made a beer bong that like went down and around it.
What?
Yeah. Don't judge me. If you're judging me, I will. I'm not even talking to you, Evans, because I know you wanted this.
I'm like, what? I'm not judging.
No, I wanted to be there.
Show me pictures.
But yeah, decided that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, what was the question? What would I tell myself?
What would you tell yourself in your 20s?
This is a tough one
It's
because
really hard.
so many people want to know what would you go back and change. And I look at 20-somethings now and they're like CEOs of companies. And I was the CEO of just totally jacking up my life. So while I would go back and be like, wow, I wish you could experience life like a more of what you are experiencing now sooner.
Yeah.
I just don't think I would relate to all the great people that I want to talk to right now. And I'm sure that there was another avenue I could have taken that would have been amazing. But I had to officially keep messing up and keep hitting rock bottom to understand, like for me to even be present and understand that the goodness of life is just really the journey, because I was such a junkie for like there had to be something bigger. There had to be like extremes. I was such a junkie for extremes, like whether that was through like drinking or dating or drugs or whatever it was, like that now I wouldn't understand.
Right.
That was my journey.
That was your journey and you're thankful for it.
Yeah, totally thankful. I think I would just tell myself about like so many of I just wasn't around really great people. So I would tell myself like, find some, I would just remind myself, you're going to have amazing friends and relationships. Like there's nothing wrong with you. Keep going. You're just not in the right spot yet.
Right.
It's part of your journey, but you will have awesome relationships and you will create an environment where the love of your life and your friends can land.
Amen. That's such an adventurous time, your 20s. How
about you? Do tell.
I would say maybe don't be so hard on yourself.
What was your self-talk like in your 20s?
Maybe just around like physical things, you know? I feel like in college and stuff, you can be trying to look a certain way. And it's just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You're 20. You have the best. Oh my gosh, you can recover so much.
The best body and skin of your life.
Yeah. That's what I would tell a 20-year-old me. Just enjoy this.
Oh my God. Enjoy it right now because there might be a time you look back at pictures and you're like, what was I thinking? I'm a supermodel.
Right. You can have fast food and not die the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And you know what? At the end of the day, if you know what I'd say back to my 20s? I'd say wear that t-shirt with the spray painted bikini on it.
Yes. I love those.
Because you're funny and you look great.
Yeah. Just do your thing and do your thing. An adventure.
Have some fun. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree.
So any closing words, Evans?
I just think it's going to be a really great week. Wait, it's Thursday. It's like winding down. Hey, it's whatever.
It's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a great weekend.
Do you know what I do miss about having you in the house all the time?
What?
Just always that it's going to be a great day. Like you would always be like, no matter what happened, no matter what customer service email came in, no matter what shit was going down, you're like, you know what? It's going to be a great day. And I was like, you know what? It is.
It is.
So I would like everybody to take some Evans advice today and be like, you know what? I'm still alive.
I'm still
and it's
here.
going to be a great day.
It's going to be a great day.
Because just like Albert Camus says, if you're in the depths of winter, there is an invincible summer.
So true.
Hidden somewhere in that body of yours.
It's going to come out.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody should just like thank themselves and thank whatever they believe, wherever they believe they came from. Thank God. Thank whatever you believe that you're here and you're alive today and you get to be in this beautiful game of life with people.
It's awesome.
Because it's just so many people do not have it.
I know. This morning I woke up and I was the crankiest, meanest person.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
I was so mean.
Could you just put cameras like in your house so I could see you be cranky once? Like, I don't know what you did to transform when you come over to our house every time, but I'm like, I can't picture you cranky, but I legit want to see you just like cranky one day.
So cranky. But then I think it's my dog. When you see your dog who's always so waggy and had a toy in his mouth, it's like, we're up. This is awesome.
Oh my God, it's another day, Mom. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine waking up like that every day?
Well, no, not at all.
Me neither.
I mean, not even a little bit.
Dogs do.
Yeah. Waffles. Well, Waffles is getting a little cranky now, but she like if I brought a treat over,
then
she's
she'd
very
be excited.
happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, we're going to wrap up an episode here because Evans has to get to work and I have to get to Soul Cycle.
Yeah. Soul Cycle.
Tap it back, guys. Tap it back. If you don't know what that means, you need to go to Soul Cycle. Have a good one. And
may all your dreams come true.
There we go.
Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
y'all. I'm so excited to share with you. Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's KAJABI.com.